Hello, my name is Charles Wright. In this video, we're going to talk about a few design ideas that you can use when preparing course materials. So you can use these ideas in everything from PowerPoint slides to content in your learning management system. The first idea that I want to talk about is contrast. It makes sense that if I put gray text on this gray wall, it's going to be hard to read. I think that most of us understand that we need high contrast. We want white on black, black on white in order to be able to read text. But sometimes contrast can get tricky when we start to use colors. So instead of the gray text, what if I put red text on a green background here? Now sometimes colors trick our brain. We think that there's enough contrast there to be readable because the colors are different. But a trick that I like to use is to take a picture with my phone and change that image to black and white. So if we change this to black and white, we can see that there's not enough value difference there. So when we're talking about contrast, we're actually talking about value difference. And sometimes colors get us into trouble and trick our brain, and we don't quite see that value difference. So instead, if I wanted to use these two colors but change the value, it might look something more like this. Next, let's talk about the spacing between the lines of text. In the industry, we call this leading, because back in the day of handset metal type, there were strips of lead that went between the lines of text. In PowerPoint and Word, Microsoft calls this paragraph spacing. But really what's important is that you understand that there should be space between lines of text and that you know how to manipulate or change that spacing. Often what I will see is someone will increase the size of, let's say, a headline, but they don't increase the space between the lines of text. So now those two lines of text are touching one another or even overlapping. As a general rule, you want 2 points more in leading than the size of your font. So if you have 12-point font, you need 14-point leading. But what that also means is if you have a 60-point headline, 62-point leading is a good place to start. I hope these quick design tips were helpful, but more importantly, get you looking more critically at the content you're producing.